as you can all hear, I've continued to trick my increasingly unwell friends into playing Guild Wars with me.
I either have a cold or this game is like sapping me. Like this is some kind of Edwardian murder plot that a mustachioed investigator needs to unravel. The curious case of the MMO that killed Rutskarn.
Yeah, I mean it's just
the not so.
It's just neutron radiation. It's fine. You'll be all right.
Hey, can I call everybody's attention to something real quick before you get started in here? We had to buy equipment just before we started recording. And currently I am wearing something the game has seen fit to call Cabal leggings. I want you to take a close look at my character model.
Not really any
tell
leggings
me if there's any
there.
features that... Yeah, you kind of took the words out of my mouth here.
So all of your armor is just leggings, I believe.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing I want to talk about, because the thing I am wearing on my legs here, it's not armor. It's actually just kind of a lace pattern that's dangling down from my right and left hip bone. It's kind of like lazy lingerie, if anything.
You went to Hot Topic.
Lazy lingerie.
You know, you're good. I mean, my pants are called hose, and this is definitely not hose. These are just fucking pants.
Yeah, when are we going to get an MMO that gives us a class whose only pants are Jinkos?
Yeah.
What's a Jinko?
Is that Final Fantasy 14, or am I misunderstanding how the game works?
I'm an old man. That was really fucking funny for 3 people over 40 in our audience.
So, before we get back to probably not actually doing the same quest we were doing before,
oh, you're not gonna have us fucking traipse around for no reason in the wilderness finding hobos?
I mean, that's the game, Glitch. That's how this game works.
It didn't even get me a skill. It got you a skill. It didn't even get me a skill. Why was I even there?
You just decided to like go whole hog on just buying skills from the skill trainer. I mean,
maybe I did.
Anyway, on the topic of skills, I wanted to run through what everybody's got on their bar for viewers so that they can kind of get a better understanding of what's going on. So if you all just want to drop your skills in chat, and I'll run through them pretty quickly.
What is the button to do that?
Hold control and click on your skill bar. Right, so Glitch is just running swordsmanship and blood magic here. He's got full great justice. For 20 seconds, whenever you gain adrenaline, you gain 100% more. Adrenaline is a resource that fuels certain warrior skills. These 2 attacks, for instance, you can see that they don't require energy here. The Sever Artery requires 4. Starburst icon, that's adrenaline. Gash requires 6. This is gained by like dealing damage, taking damage in combat.
Now, can I interrupt really quickly and say, I've been playing this game for like, what, 20 years? I always thought that was a question mark with spikes on it. I didn't know it was a star.
I mean, it looks to me, it's not a star. It looks to me like it's a gauntlet with a little, like, you know... Yeah, with kind of a starburst. It was a
question mark. It looks like a question mark when I'm sitting not an inch away from my screen.
Now I've ruined this for you. For the 20 years you've been looking at it the wrong way, and now you're just going to not be able to look at it.
What else could it be?
So, Sever Artery. This attack hits. The opponent begins bleeding for 10 seconds, losing health over time. Bleeding is a condition. Conditions are things that can be applied that have negative effects to a creature. Many of these are just kind of like they're dots, basically, damage over time. Conditions do not stack with one another. I believe if you apply a condition that's already on a person, then whichever condition has the longer duration just wins out, but they don't stack. You don't make them do more damage or whatever. Gash. If this attack hits a bleeding foe, you strike for 9 more damage, and that foe suffers a deep wound, lowering that foe's maximum health by 20% for 9 seconds. So that's deep wound is another condition. This requires bleeding to trigger deep wound. In addition to lowering that foe's maximum health by 20%, it also reduces the healing they can receive from it. Barbed Signet, and you can see that this is a Necromancer skill that does not have an energy cost either. However, it has that red and 8%. That means that when Glitch casts this, he sacrifices 8% of his maximum health. You inflict bleeding for 6 seconds on target, foe, and all adjacent foes. Signet of Agony. You suffer from bleeding for 25 seconds. All nearby foes take 26 damage. Glitch just likes bleeding, I guess. Life Siphon. For 15 seconds, target foe suffers -2 health degeneration, which you gain as health regeneration. I'll explain all that in just a second. Blood Renewal. Enchantment spell. For 7 seconds, you gain 4 health regeneration. When Blood Renewal ends, you gain 80 health. And then finally, Resurrection Signet, which you've seen before. It resurrects a target party member to back to full health with 25% energy. Going over to Chris's skills here. So Chris is running primarily healing and protection skills, although I note that you have a point in air magic, Chris, that you can get rid of because you're not using any air magic here.
Okay.
Alright, so Healing Breeze. For 15 seconds, target ally gains +5 health regeneration. So health regeneration, health degeneration, these are basically what they sound like. It's gaining or losing health over time. Informally, the number, that +5 or +1 or -2 or whatever is referred to as pips, like you can see down arrows on the bar there. Each pip, or each number of health regeneration or degeneration, is worth 2 health per second. So 5 would be 10 health per second for 15 seconds. Health regeneration and degeneration cancel each other out arithmetically, so if I were to say have +6 health regeneration and -4 health degeneration, I would actually have +2 health regeneration net. Also, I should quickly note that health regeneration and degeneration do not count as damage or healing, so if you have effects that trigger on healing or damage, health regen or degen will not trigger those. Orison of Healing. Heal target ally for 30 health. Straightforward. Glyph of Lesser Energy. For 15 seconds, your next two spells cost 10 less energy to cast. Bane Signet. Target foe takes 26 damage. If that foe is attacking, that foe is knocked down. And then we've got 2 Protection Prayer spells here. Reversal of Fortune. These are both enchantment spells. For 8 seconds, the next time target ally would take damage or lifesteal, that ally gains that amount of health instead, up to a maximum of 28. So if I get hit for, if Chris puts this on me and I get hit for 40 damage, I would instead be healed for 28. I believe that fully negates the damage, but it might only... any more than that might do more damage. I think it negates the damage. Shielding Hands. For 8 seconds, damage and lifesteal received by target ally is reduced by 6. When Shielding Hands ends, that ally is healed for 14 health. And then Aura of Restoration is a self-enchantment that gives 0 energy and are healed for 200% of the energy cost each time you cast a spell. That's probably something that you can move towards getting rid of as you get more skills, because the heal isn't that great, but... finally going to look at Rutskarn skills here. Vampiric Gaze. Steal the 29 health from target foe, so that steals health. It heals Rutskarn for the amount that it does. Deathly Swarm. Deathly Swarm flies out slowly and strikes for 38 cold damage on up to 3 targets in the area. I want to note here that in the area is a specific range. Something I like about Guild Wars is that all of the skills, there's very specific nouns in skill descriptions that tell you a lot about what they're doing. So in the area is a specific kind of range. I don't have something to illustrate that right now, but it is a thing. It's a relatively large AoE. Resurrection Signet, we already talked about. Conjure Phantasm. For 2 seconds, target foe experiences -5 health degeneration. Backfire. For 10 seconds, whenever target foe casts a spell, that foe takes 35 damage. Both of those are pretty useful. Animate Bone Horror, which we've seen before. Exploit nearest corpse to animate a level 3 Bone Horror. And then Vile Touch is a touch range skill, so you have to actually be in melee range to do it. Touch target foe and deal 26 damage. And then Vampiric Touch, again, touch target foe and steal up to 41 health. And then I've been kind of playing with skills that I think I've pretty thoroughly explained what they do. But it's kind of what we're running with right now.
Rutskarn's playing a Necromancer? I thought I was the only guy that got to do Necromancer stuff. This isn't fair.
What the fuck did you think Rutskarn was playing?
I don't know.
Okay, so... I think the thing that we need to do now is Rastin's Ritual, which you should all have on your bar.
I have on the bar.
Now, when you say
or not on your bar,
to
on
do,
your quests list.
is this one of those things where you need to do it and I'm tagging along, or
no? That's not what this is. Let me double check. This is actually not. Wait, what?
there's a quest up here we missed.
Is there? What is it?
It's from Simone the Scrap.
Oh yeah, that's a secondary quest. But we should probably pick that up anyway.
Where is Rastin?
I believe he's outside. So you guys want to kind of navigate up here to grab this quest from Simon the Scribe. If indeed that is a quest that's open to everybody. It looks like it is. Yeah, it must be, because I don't share any class overlap with you, Glitch, so... And I can get it.
Is it time to slay the dragon yet?
No. I'm trying to think of the first time we'll run into a dragon in Prophecies. Probably we won't actually get there. I forget. Can we get down from here? Is that...
Well, that's one way to get down from here.
Not everybody had the quest. Oh my god.
Hey, I didn't come
left?
out. Rutskarn left because he's sick and he wants to get the show on the road.
I didn't leave.
It wasn't me.
Well, who the fuck dragged us through the damn portal?
Alright, should we go back in?
Me. Oh, who cares? Let's go. Hurrah, charge!
Okay, but this isn't even... Alright, fine.
Oh, look. A guy with a quest.
He doesn't have a quest for me.
That's because you are a butt. I don't know. I didn't have a joke.
So where are we going?
What if I did go out and didn't, like, make the memory of it happening? Is there any way we would be able to tell from watching the clip?
Well, I
Sorry,
wasn't
what
in
are
a
you
place I
asking?
could have possibly been going out.
Like, could we verify if I'm the one who dragged us all out here from reviewing the footage, do you think?
No.
Or was nobody looking?
Well,
Okay,
if Josh
in that
could
case,
see
I
where Chris
definitely
was, I knew where I was.
I didn't
I guess I
see
could
where
be
Chris
lying,
was.
but I would
We
never
should also
lie
have
to
Witness
you.
Rastin here has a... Yeah.
What kind of witness is he?
Shred? I don't know, the kind that is here to witness you.
What did he witness?
I want to get into Sardalux Sanitarium because there's a couple quests there I want to pick up, but then I believe we should just go to the Great Northern Wall.
Guys, are we Josh's NPCs?
Always have been?
It's a fair question. Josh is just a Geppetto-like figure, and spoiler warning is an elaborate puppet show he's been putting on.
I'm
new
not
to the
with
strings.
The rest of you.
Oh,
I
you're
can't
not.
even find-
Well, that's a problem since you've got the camera out. Where are you?
I went up the
Wait, come this way.
Oh, okay.
ramp into
I
the
see.
mountains.
I see all the
No, that's
violence
not
there.
I think he's up
That's
here. Yeah.
not- No, I meant, yeah, further along there. I saw some violence going down. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wow, you got really ahead of us.
Well, I mean, it was just a couple of hulking stone elementals, so I didn't really have any problems, but...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hey, so this cape I've got on, this is like the guild logo, right?
Yes.
Yes?
I would think your guild is a pretty big part of Guild Wars.
Uh-huh.
So I guess my question is, why is this thing clipping so much?
Oh, I mean, because it's a game from 2005.
Yeah, but that's like
not
an
a
art
funny
direction
answer.
problem. I'm not suggesting they should have cloth physics, I'm suggesting they should animate it so it's further away from the body.
Also, did anybody else notice that Glitch is now pink?
I did, yes.
What?
I just assumed it was a I didn't think twice about it because that's just how I dress.
No, I mean, like, he had to go and buy a bunch of pink dye or get it from his storage in order to...
I didn't
Hey,
have
look,
any money
Chris
to buy
didn't
anything.
pick up the spiked axe.
Why would I need an axe?
Because you can sell it, god damn it. That was the wrong button.
Yeah, but you gave us like 4,000 gold.
He gave you guys gold?
I gave you gold too, motherfucker. Or rather,
It's
I
like
gave
I
you
got
flat.
48 piles of glittering dust and 30 tied hand squares. Hide squares,
This
rather,
man
not
keeps
hands.
healing signating himself.
I can't do anything to him because I can't make him bleed. That's like my thing.
Yeah, that is kind of a vulnerability of your build.
Chris, kick him in
I'm
the
just
nut.
gonna keep...
Oh my god.
Right now,
we can't
the
kill
only,
this man.
The only
There we
sense
go.
I am playing the game with right now is vision, and not like I'm not integrating it with anything else. Like I'm not reading things. I'm just like I look at the square and I press it, and then I see how much the bar goes down. And if it's bigger, I'm like, oh, I should press that square again. That's the good square.
I mean, that's
That's the good one.
that is kind of like a one criticism some people have for this game is that it is very much a like you're kind of watching your bar and not necessarily paying too much attention to the screen. I'd say that's a problem
Yeah,
that
but, like-
lots of MMOs have.
I was about to say, like, what I want to say is every MMO is like that, but people would say, no, that's not true. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure I believe them. Like, a lot of MMOs which supposedly don't have that mechanic, that just turned out to kind of have it, but, like, there's one or two layers of obfuscation, or there's a couple other mechanics that are arguably central.
Why can't I be a dapper dude with a cool cane that has magic purple on it?
Because you picked Monk.
Aww.
I think MMOs where the only two classes are Glock and doesn't have a Glock. Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably just like DayZ.
Yes. Ruds, did you pick up the quest from this guy? I think there should be a necromancer guy
Possibly.
here to get
I'll
quests from.
I'll
too.
just like start clicking on things on my screen until there's no more green exclamation marks.
Yeah.
Man, what was that Ubisoft game that was supposed to be a big first-person shooter MMO, or maybe third-person shooter
Division?
MMO? The Division. Oh, I was so excited when they announced that game because I was like, "Oh, cool! Like maybe it'll actually be good." And then it was just it was all of the normal RPG tropes, but with guns. Like you could shoot someone a million billion times. I never even played it. I just saw gameplay footage and was like, no, absolutely not.
That game did okay though, didn't it?
I mean, it got a sequel.
I mean, yeah, like Ubisoft's
I think
not
it
gonna put out a
didn't
sequel
do
for
that.
no reason.
Like, I was under the impression it didn't do that great, but then they put out the sequel. They kind of, I don't know. All right, let me pop out here and see if either of these quests are immediately easy to do.
I just like the problem with MMO style shooters is that they're all really bullet spongy, and I can't stress enough how much I fucking hate
Oh
that.
yeah, no.
Yep.
Is this your quest glitch?
No, it's our quest, because apparently I don't get to be the Necroman.
I mean, you have just about as many necromancer skills on your bar as...
No, I only have 4.
Yeah, and if you could pass a quiz on what any of them are called or what they do, you're looking good. Like,
Why are we carrying the Ark of the
called
Covenant?
something like Animate Dead.
Look at it, Chris.
For reasons.
This was the quest? That was so easy.
That was apparently the quest, yes. I've got a quest to the south of us. Was there just one of those necromancer quests, or did you guys get another one?
No, we got 2, but I don't know where the other one is.
Ignis.
Oh, it's actually just right there, but we've already walked away, so oh well.
Oh.
Hey, this is the guy we got our asses kicked for before. Chris.
No, this is a different guy.
No, it's the
I'll
same
be
guy.
right back, but I'll just hit follow.
Well,
Ruts, we need you.
the Chaos Storm is gonna interrupt. Oh, no, wait. Chaos Storm, I think, is energy reduction. You should not stand in it either way.
I do what I will. And I do what I must.
Well, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Chris, who was standing next to me when we got hit by it.
Yay, we live.
Go team!
This is definitely the same place we all fucking died in.
Was this current AFK for that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Great.
oh yeah, skin the dog or medicine.